G'day guys, welcome back. Welcome to Pouring Your Heart Out. Having a little break from the waves. I'm still practicing, but I thought today let's do a 3D bloom. So I've got my resin here. It is the Resin Fast Cure. This is A, the other one's B. Equal amounts if you're doing by volume. And for me, I weigh them. Oh no, something. I've just got blue everywhere. What is it? It must be on my heat gun. Okay, let me clean that up. All right, we're up to 34.8 degrees, so I need to get this in quickly. This is my small blossom mold. I have mixed up 125 grams of part A and 115 grams of part B, and we'll do 2 layers. I was going to do a 2-layer bloom, as in do petals, wait for them to cure, do another row of petals, but I think for today I'm just going to do the one with the backing. Let's get this off really quickly before it stains. Oh my gosh, I don't know what I've touched. Obviously a bottle of blue paste. All right, let's move all this into its little points. Whoops, gone over. So I am going to do white and a metallic bronzy copper. I've got copper and I've got bronze. I think I'll do the petals with copper and then I'll back it with bronze. I think I'll do that. Those are both the Let's Resin ones. And I'm going to put some of this yummy glitter in the middle. All right, I need to put 30 grams in there for my white, and I'll just do like 20 in there for my copper. So that's 30 grams in there, 1 ounce, 20 grams in there, and then the rest of it, I don't know that I'll put all of it in. Let's have a look. Oh, yep, I'll put all of it in. I just need a little bit for the top coat, the backing. So, and you don't have to fill the mold all the way as well. Give this a little torch real quickly, just with my little baby torch there, and I'm going to just have a quick look and see if there's any bubbles. Yep, there are in the points there. It's just easier if I shine the torch or flashlight. I can see them better. Just pull them into the center, and then we can either torch them or just pick them out. Okay, that's that done. Give those a little torch. Make sure you're not going anywhere near the edges of your mold, or you will burn them, melt them. Now let's see, what can I use for this? I might have to actually take that off. Take a little bit. It's been ages since I've actually done a center. Let's just take a little bit of that resin, put some of that in there, and we'll just make a little paste. Just a little paste. It's going to spread anyway, so you know, you don't do too much because it will spread around. If I wasn't doing a video, I wouldn't be opening my glitter over my mold, but you know. Oh gosh. All right, so that's for that. Now, for the white, I'm using my Bloom pigment paste because it makes amazing blooms, and you only need 1 drop per 10 grams. So if you've got 10 grams, you do 1 drop. If you've got 20 grams, you do 2 drops. I've got 30, so 1, 2, 3. So give it a squeeze, wait for the drop to come to the tip there, and then let go. Don't keep squeezing, otherwise it's just all going to pour out. Okay, so that's for my white. I haven't really even thought about the design I want to do yet. It just needs to be like a skim milk. You want to be able to see your stick through the white, so not totally opaque. If you want it very sort of wispy looking, you might only want to do 2 drops per 30 grams, but I like it to be quite white. I like to see the white, but if you want it to be a little bit sort of more less opaque, then just use less paste or smaller drops. Now this, I think it's going to be quite strong. Let's just pop a little bit in. Let's see how that's going to look. Again, with the metallics, they can be quite heavy. They can drop down a lot. So you don't need a lot. So that's the copper. So it's going to go into that piping bag there. Make sure I've stirred it up really well, otherwise you'll get little pieces of powder floating around on top. Hopefully I haven't made it too heavy. You can't count the drops with powder. It's not as easy. It's not as easy, but hopefully it's okay. All right, so that's that one. And then the white I'll put into this one. I just use the small piping bags for these. It comes, when you look at them on like eBay or Amazon or whatever, they come in 3 different sizes, small, medium and large. I just get the small ones, and then I always just cut a little bit off the top because I don't need it all to fit into these little 4 ounce, 120 gram little cups. Don't need all of that. All right, let me just clean my sticky hands here. My sticky gloves. All right, so that is that done. That's our white. My resin did get to 35 degrees before I decanted it. My little nibs falling off. They don't put them on very well. Okay, here we go. So we've got our little bit of paste here, and we'll see if I can find the middle. It's always a challenge to find the middle. I mean, you could, if you wanted to, actually mark the mold if you were going to do a lot of them. Just put some black, something that's going to actually stain the mold. Maybe a little bit of like pink. I know pink alcohol ink stains mold, so maybe that rather than a black marker. I did a black marker once and then it came off and I had a black dot on my resin, but something that's going to stain it. Yeah, pink alcohol ink usually stains, and then we can put a little dot there, and that's not going to transfer over onto your piece either. I'm going to go from the side of that dot into my point, 9.5 centimeters, and the point 9.5, 9.5, and 9. Okay, so we need to just move you down a little bit, just so that it can look more centered, and I'm going to kind of break up the edges a little bit so it's not looking quite so like a coin in the middle. A little bit broken up. Like so. Just so it hasn't got quite that harsh edge. Alright, I better get a wriggle on here. I'm going to taking too long here. Getting my everything done. Hopefully that'll be good. Alright, so twist that around. Make sure that you've tucked that in. You don't want it, not your gloves too, you don't want it dragging into your resin. And see where the white stops and the tip of the tip of the bag there. I'm going to cut halfway through that there, but not over my mold because it's going to fall in, no doubt. And then make sure you push it up and get all that air out. I do have air in there, I can see it. Push it up to it so that all the air's out. All right, let's just follow the shape of this mold. I am going to do 2 layers, and I'm putting the white over the top of my little centerpiece there, my glitter, because we're not going to see that. And again, I might do 3 in white, and then I can just put a little bit of the copper in between the white. Putting a little bit of pressure on my finger and thumb here to push that white out. If I didn't have that glitter in the middle, it would be very heavy of white in the center there, because there's a lot of white there. So my suggestion is, if you don't put a center, like a glitter in the center, you could use your syringe and suck that white out later. Doing the same with this one. But because I wanted a little bit of glitter, the white can be sort of disguised. All right, now we're going to just go in here. I'll just do that, and then we get each one done like that. And around and around, in between the white. Not so easy to sort of suck out the center once you've got your glitter in, because, you know, that's really not going to work. No, I won't do any more. I was going to put some more in the center there, but I don't think I will. All right, so that's it done. I didn't use all my white, and I didn't use all my copper. Move those out of the way. So what I want to do now is my little broken nibby thing. It's already got gaps in between there, so I don't need to do that. So what I'll do is I will just pull through and go towards that point. Really easy if you're a beginner with the 3D blooms. You just basically follow the shape of the mold. Nice and easy. I'm only sort of skimming the surface of this resin. I'm not touching the bottom. Like so. All right, so that's pretty much it now. I'm not going to torch it at the moment. I'm going to wait for it to finish blooming. Might actually just pull the bottoms into there as well. I'm going to give it a little bit of a twist. Not that you're going to see it, but just because it looks pretty. Although sometimes it can interfere with the edge. See that? It sort of made that edge go a bit wonky. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give it a little bit of heat with my heat gun and just help it to bloom. Just a little bit. The outside here, it wants to move into the middle, but the middle's kind of already in the middle, so it doesn't have very far to go. So the centers don't tend to bloom as well. Just putting my heat gun back up. They don't tend to bloom as well as the outside. But in saying that, if you do a first coat and you're really not happy with it, if you've left enough room, you can come back and do another row of petals. I won't on this one, but I will, coming up soon, I will do a bloom where I do it in two layers, like maybe some small petals, let that cure, and then go over and do some bigger petals over the top. Just get a different sort of effect, and you can sort of layer them and all that sort of thing. All right, I'm going to cover this, and I'm not sure that'll be dark enough. I might have to add a tiny bit of black to it as a background. Might do that. My glitter has spread. Oh my gosh. Hope it's not going to look too big. Where's my net? Can't find my net. It's not. Oh, there it is. Okay. All right, I'm going to leave that for about 3 or 4 hours. And come back and we'll do the top coat. Right, it has cured up nicely. My center seems to have spread even more. I don't know why. Never mind. So I'm going to use this bronze. And we'll just pop some in there. I thought I'll just open my black. This is my new Let's Resin black pigment paste. I haven't used it before. I don't think I have. I will link all, well, I won't link the actual products for Let's Resin, but I will link their website, their US Amazon store, their UK Amazon store. And if you use those links, with the coupon code that I give you down below, you'll be able to just shop for anything. So anything you choose. Through those links. Get that off. And then I'll put this on. See, it's a double. It's a little, that's a lid and a nozzle, okay? So I saw someone a bit confused about how it works one day on their on one of the posts in my group. So there's that, and then there's that. So you don't have to use that, but maybe keep it anyway. So I think it's great. Like, it's similar to my bloom. I like being able to just put a tiny bit in rather than having to, you know, use a scoop to put it in. So liking that. Now, this is my Cast and Craft black. It's separated, as you can see. This is what I used to use back in the day, where I used to use white and black, but yeah, there's a little bit of black paste on the bottom, and the rest of it, I'm assuming, is all oil. So yeah, not good. And I can't even like shake that. I guess I could if I really put some elbow grease into it, but yeah. Let's have a look and see how this comes out. I'm just gonna put one drop in. Oh, look at that. It's already black and everything. There we go. In you go. In you go. One little drop. I only want one drop. I'll pop in there. Okay, we'll see how that goes. Well, that's much easier, and you don't need to shake it or anything. All right, I'm going to put my gloves back on now that I've finished doing that. Just, I didn't want to open the new bottle with my gloves on, because I think I've got a bit of resin on there. All right, let's stir this up. May need a little bit more of the bronze, and I may need a little bit more of the black. We'll see. I just want to make sure that you can actually see the bronze with this copper as well, so I may need to make it a little bit darker. So, but I think it matches the glitter that I've got in there. So we'll do another drop. There we go. I don't want to make it too dark. I don't want to lose that metallic-y sort of look, but I'd say if you're going to add black, do one drop at a time, stir it, see what you think, add another drop if you want to. Okay, one more drop. One more little drop. There you go. And that should be just fine for what I'm looking for today. So we'll just pour this over the back. I've got about 100 grams here. And yeah, let's hope it looks pretty. Spread that out. Might not need all of this actually. We'll see. If I want my resin to be a little bit thinner, like to flow better, I put it in the microwave for 5 seconds. once I finish stirring it, I put it in the microwave for 5 seconds just to thin it out so it flows better. Haven't had any problems doing that. Like, I have a little kitchenette here with in my studio with a little powder room and things, and yeah, microwave and kettle and all that. So it's not a microwave that I use for food. I only use it for resin, and I used to use it to heat water when I was doing my crystals, and I was making my crystals. I must get into crystal making again. Look, I'm going to use all this. So yeah, don't be concerned that it's a microwave that I use for food. It's not. My other microwave is in the kitchen. and that one is for food. I'm just going to spray this lightly. All right, so that's done. Done skis. All right, I'll see you again later on today for the unmolding. Cross your fingers for me. Now you can see how the resin's already moving from the outside in. All this is already moved, and that's exactly how the 3D bloom works. It spreads, moves to the middle, and that's how your white blooms. Just amazing, isn't it? See you soon. Right, it's done. And look, everything's moved to the center. Not sure what that is, but it's just an effect of the metallic pigment paste. Look at that. Looks cool. All right, but enough about the back. Let's look at the front, shall we? See what that's going to do. Loosen it all the way around. Oops, got a little bit of overflow there. Just had to loosen that. All right, I think we're good all the way around. Yep, perfect. I will link my small blossom tray mold for you down in the description if you'd like to get yourself that one. Alrighty, let's see what we've got. Are we ready? Hang on. There's a little... No, it's all right. Okay, here we go. Hope it looks pretty. Oh, it is pretty. My center's a little bit bigger than what I was hoping for, but that looks so pretty. Look at that. And you can see the copper against the bronze. So that's good. I was a bit worried about that. Yeah, that's a little bit big, but never mind. I don't know why it spread so much. Probably because I played around with it and broke it up a little bit. Oh, that's really pretty. All right, let's go and have a look at it in the daylight, in the sunshine, and see if we can see a little bit more of that metallic in the copper there. I'll just walk over here a little bit. It's a different light there for you. Look at that. Now you can see. Look how that copper shimmers and shines. It's so pretty, isn't it? I think the center color works really well. It's picking up that bronze because it's got those little bits of bronzy color in the center there. And it's picking up that background. So that looks really pretty. Happy with that. Very nice. What do you think? Love it. Now, if you wanted to, you could go around your edges with maybe a little bit of gold. Like if you've got more of a antique looking gold pen, that would look really pretty. Look at that. Not a bubble in there. I did use the Let's Resin bubble removing machine. I always do these days. I mix up my resin and then just put it in the machine for 5 minutes. And then I don't have to worry about bubbles. So yeah, it's nice and easy. So there it is. Let me know what you think of this one. I'm really happy with it. And I will see you all again real soon for the next video. I'm going to do a few more 3D blooms for you. Sorry if you're getting sick of waves, but I'm learning. And those of you that do want to learn about waves, you know, I think that you're finding it quite useful. And those of you that aren't interested in waves, you can maybe skip those ones and watch the others. I'm kind of putting in the same amount of regular resin things. I'm just adding extra videos in for the waves. So you're not missing out on anything. All right. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you all again real soon for the next one. Bye for now.